This is Omar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast, all the way from New York City via Zoom. I'm glad to be joined by promoter Dmitriy Salita. I bet it's been a hectic day for you, Dmitry. How are you?
It's been a hectic and early morning. I'm doing okay, just trying to take the next best necessary steps for Otto Wallin'S and for this fight. Best to my best knowledge as things become more and develop more and more, with each hour.
Well, nothing officially has come out from Matchroom or Team Whyte about them being injured and not being able to fight next Saturday, but there are obviously strong reports going around that the fight is off due to a shoulder injury for Dillian. Have you spoke to Eddie and Matchroom, Dillian, anyone from Dillian's team rather, about this?
I've had some contact with Eddie about this, but there's no official confirmation that the fight is off, and no official confirmation that the injury will preclude Dillian from participating in a fight next week.
Okay. What was your initial...
We expect to have news about that by the end of business day today in New York City.
Okay. What was your initial reaction? What was Otto's initial reaction when you heard about the injury?
Well, there's a lot of red flags in this situation. Fighters obviously get injured during camp. That's normal. But I've been hearing rumors of this happening for several weeks now. And Dillian Whyte even said in several interviews, I can just pull out and fight Tyson Fury, but I'm a real champion. I'm going to fight Otto Wallin'S. And there have been suggestions from different people in the boxing community advising him to do that. And, I fought my whole life. I was a boxer, had 38 professional fights. Heavyweights don't have to make weight. So this week before the fight, fighters usually just stay sharp, shadow box, hit the bag, hit the pads, just to get their strength back from the strenuous work of training camp. It's very unusual for a fighter to get injured 10 days before the fight. To get injured the day that Otto Wallin'S was supposed to get on a plane to fly to the UK. So all of this stuff, and especially all these rumors, is what's been very suspicious. However, if this fight is rescheduled, then everything is fine. Then that's just. This fight has to be rescheduled. Dillian Whyte cannot get a free pass and fight Tyson Fury as a result of not participating in a fight with Otto Wallin'S.
Have you spoke to Eddie about that today? If the fight is going to be off on the 30th, that they will give you a rescheduled date and we'll get the fight back on?
Well, there's no official announcement from them. We don't have the official position from Matchroom if that fight is not happening place October 3rd. But certainly I've expressed my concerns and feel that it is the just thing to do for this fight, for the world of boxing, for something that sets precedence to what should be. And Otto Wallin'S obviously put in a tremendous amount of work for this fight, for this training camp. He was getting ready to fly to the UK today. I do want to remind boxing fans that Otto Wallin'S landed more punches against Tyson Fury than Vladimir Klitschko and Deontay Wilder in his first fight combined. And had some great moments in the fight, came close to winning, has gotten better, and has had two quality wins. Last one being against Dominic Brazil, a big guy as well. So, I believe that Otto is one of the top heavyweights in the world. The fight with Dillian Whyte would have proved that fact. Otto was going to Dillian's hometown, home country, with thousands of fans rooting against him. But Otto is a true fighter. He's proven that in the ring several times. And, we just have to wait to see how this situation develops and see what steps we're going to take.
Dmitry, you touched upon the hard work that Otto's put in for this camp. Of course, he was going to come to the end of camp and as was flying to London today. Of course, a lot of costs would have gone into this, a lot of time, effort away from his family, etc. How disappointed is he? I know we've got nothing official yet, but it looks like this fight will be off for the 30th. How disappointed is he?
He's incredibly disappointed. I mean, how can he not be? He put in loads of rounds of sparring. We have sparring partners brought in from different parts of the United States. Organized training camp. It's still Corona. It's still challenging to get things going, especially in New York City. So, we have to get guys that are vaccinated and just a whole bunch of logistical challenges to make sure that Otto had a great training camp. And he put in the work. He got ready. everybody put in the effort that was necessary to make this fight happen. It is a great fight. It is truly a 50-50 fight. And a lot of people, feel their guy's gonna win, which is great, which is what boxing needs. And it's possible that Dillian Whyte, a week before the fight, started having second doubts, different thoughts. Obviously, he can make a lot of money with a fight with Tyson Fury, and maybe he truly felt at risk and had nightmares of Otto Wallin'S. That's very possible. So there's a lot of red flags. However, if the injury is real and he really hurt himself, that obviously could happen, then the fight has to be rescheduled. If the fight is rescheduled, then I have nothing to say. Dillian, heal up. It could be in January, February, March, April, June, July, August. The next fight, the Dillian Whyte and Otto Wallin'S fight, should be against each other. If it's not on October 30th.
Just want to pick up on something that you said there. So if the fight isn't on the 30th, and then he has time to recover from the injury, etc., you'll look at a date early next year. But you said he has to take this fight. I'm guessing there's no legal grounds you've got, though, to make sure you get a fight with Dillian Whyte.
We have a signed contract.
Okay.
We have a signed contract. I have not explored the possibilities, the legal possibilities of the situation. And I hope that we'll never have to get there, because the fight will be rescheduled. But I've obviously spoken with Team Otto Wallin'S about this and his management, and if that has to happen, it'll happen as well. But at this point in time, there is no official statement that the fight is not happening, and there is no statement that the fight is not rescheduled. So there's nothing really to say. But certainly, to protect Otto and to protect, I really feel that this sets precedence, because these are two quality, good fighters set to fight each other, and one feels that maybe he feels in such a way that he can pull out and get a fight with Tyson Fury, and that type of behavior should not be promoted. And I believe that WBC will make the right decision about this, and for the sport of boxing, and which will set a good precedence, and will put a stop to these type of situations. I do want to say, so because there've been so many red flags, and because I've been hearing rumors about the fight falling through and Dillian Whyte pulling out and then wants to fight Tyson Fury, that's why I'm suspicious of the situation. But it's quite possible that he is truly injured, obviously, right? That's good. That could very well be. We want to have our medical experts look at him and evaluate the situation to feel what's going on. And if that's the case, then let the fight be rescheduled for January, February, March, April, June, July, whenever. But the fight should be rescheduled, and these two talented fighters should be in the ring to determine the true WBC interim champion and the fight for Tyson Fury.
Are you confident that the WBC can do anything, though? Because, of course, this fight wasn't ordered by the WBC. It was a voluntary fight that Dillian and Eddie put to you guys, and obviously accepted it. And also, Otto isn't in the WBC ranking. So, in terms of the WBC position, how are you going to navigate that?
Otto Wallin'S is in the WBC ratings, and this fight was approved for the WBC interim world title. And so within that and within that decision, and the WBC actually have said that the winner of this fight is going to fight Tyson Fury. So we hope that is the truth of the situation, and this fight gets rescheduled. And we're speaking about this. You're speaking about the legal ramifications and our position vis-a-vis the WBC as this is happening. So I really don't have the full picture of the information vis-a-vis WBC rules and the legal position that we may take as a result of this fight falling through. So I don't have enough information to really comment on it. But all I can say is that we're going to pursue this to the maximum, and we believe that objectively it's the right thing to happen. It is the right thing for Otto Wallin'S and Dillian Whyte to fight one another, and we'll pursue all means to make that happen. It's funny because I see these articles published on different websites, and I went on BoxNation, which is probably the most popular website, and I see comments, and pretty much I want to say 100%, but maybe I missed one. So maybe a little bit less than 100%. Everybody's suspicious of this injury. Everybody's commenting different things that are. So and I've heard Dillian Whyte say different things, saying that he could pull up, but he's a true champion and a true fighter, and he wants to fight Otto Wallin'S. So, hopefully that he's true to that statement, and the fight will happen. It's for the WBC interim heavyweight world title.
That was after, but when the deal was made between you guys and Matchroom and Team
What do you mean? No, when the deal was made, the fight was made 12-round fight for the WBC interim heavyweight world title. Of course.
Was it? It wasn't ordered by the WBC, is what I'm saying, though. Was it?
Well, there is no mandatory. I don't think there's a mandatory to the interim champion.
Not yet. I think there's 30 days for Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. Probably now 20 days left to agree a fight, and then a mandatory will be called. That's what Mauricio Suleiman said.
Well, Usyk is fighting Anthony Joshua, so I think that's
correct, exactly.
That's off the table for the time being. Well, the winner of the winner of Dillian Whyte versus Otto Wallin'S would be the mandatory for Tyson Fury.
Was there not a rematch clause for this if Otto won?
There is a rematch clause.
Okay. All right, Dmitry. Well, listen, when we get more updates on this situation, which I'm sure will be soon, it'll be good to hear from yourself and Otto, perhaps if you can comment. But I'm sure you're going to have a hectic rest of the day. So best of luck with that, and we'll see what happens with this situation.
Thank you so much, and I really appreciate you giving light to the situation and really letting the boxing fans know. And I actually would love to see folks comment about this and express their opinion, because this sport is about boxing fans. The fighters, the promoters, everybody, trainers, everyone in the sport is there to serve the boxing fans. And the boxing fans, it's the boxing fans' vote, so to say, that should influence the fights that we make and decisions that we make. Because, we have to deliver great fights to the sport of boxing so that the sport of boxing continues to grow and develop as it should. We saw a great heavyweight fight last week with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, and there's nothing in any other sport like the MMA or UFC. Nothing can ever come close to that type of drama. I mean, it was sensational. So so glad that a fight like that happened, and I believe that a fight with Otto Wallin'S and Dillian Whyte is a fight with two equally skilled fighters. Is a fight that can be another great one. So I hope for the sake of the sport of boxing, this fight happens, and the winner of that fight, I believe, is truly a number two or three heavyweight in the world of boxing.
Okay, no problem, Dmitriy Salita. Good to get you on IFL TV, and
thank you.
Going to be a hectic day for you. Best of luck with everything that goes on. Speak soon.
Thanks. Take care, man. Okay, bye.